Here I go. Hey folks, I'm here this week in beautiful Portland, Oregon. This is actually where I'm from. I grew up here in Portland from 2003 until 2016 when I moved to California. So I'm very familiar with this area. I'm staying with my family here for about a week and a half. John's still holding down the fort in California going to work, but since I am still free for now, I thought I would take some time to go see family. We are actually in a suburb about 20 minutes away from Portland, so we're avoiding some of the worst craziness that's going on. If any of you have been following the news, there's a lot going on in downtown Portland right now. And so we will not be going over much of that during this trip, but I will be showing you some of the more fun, laid-back activities that you can take part in while you are in the area of Portland, Oregon this summer during the 2020 pandemic. Let's see what we can do. I'm here today at Lee's Farm. This is actually a pumpkin patch I used to work at when I was much younger, right after high school, but we're here today for the Sunflower Festival. This is right here in my hometown where I grew up. I just want to show you around a little bit, see what we can see. Let's go. This is where I actually worked. They had bounce houses over there. And the hay mazes over here and a big slide, pony rides. Most of this area is closed off today. Family is deciding this is the best way to go. Here I go. No, I'm here. I'm coming. I'm making my way. So I just trimmed off my flower. Everybody who comes to this event gets to pick out one flower to take home. They give you some little clippers. You get to come out here and pick any flower you want. I think I picked a good one. So the Sunflower Festival is an event that's been happening for the past few years, I want to say, and it's a festival that happens in August of every year, kind of in between their Easter egg hunt season in the springtime and the pumpkin patch season in October. It was actually my first time going. I know my family's been going for a couple years, and it was a really fun way to get out of the house. They had timed sessions you would sign up for, and you had a 2-hour time slot to enjoy. There was a couple fields of sunflowers. One of the fields had like a bunch of different kinds, and another field that was more like a maze, and it was all just like the really big sunflowers, almost like a corn maze if you've ever been in one of those. So that was really cool. It was a really fun way to get out of the house. I would say maybe the maze idea might not have been the best because there was only one entrance and exit, so it was really hard to get back around and past all the people that were coming in as you were trying to get out, because everyone was like trying to stay 6 feet apart, and so people kept having to back up and go away and go the other way, or just trying to stay out of everyone's way. So that was a little bit tricky, but overall really fun, safe way to enjoy some time. I would definitely say if you live in Oregon, go check out the Sunflower Fest next year. Today was the last day, but I would definitely check it out, and I'm assuming they're going to do something similar for pumpkin patch season this year. Probably something with timed entry where you get to go in for so many hours, and of course wear face masks and everything else. Here in Oregon, they're a little bit more lax on face masks than in California. Like, you can take them off whenever you're seated. You can take them off to take pictures, and I also noticed a lot more people had them like pulled down just as they're walking around too. Like, people just don't seem to be quite as like strict on that, at least from what I've seen so far while I've been here in Oregon. Hey folks, today I'm going to show you a little footage from a trip me and my sister took down to the Willamette River at Mary S. Young State Park. This was a really fun trip that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was just going to be a small state park. She didn't even mention there was access to the river from there. And I also didn't realize it was the Willamette River, which was actually one of the major waterways that goes through Portland and all through Oregon. So that was really exciting. There was a ton of beach access points and even a little island that you could access via a bridge called Cedar Island. It's always super cool coming from California to see places like that, because in California, in order to get to a beach or a river, very few rivers there are here, you usually have to fight to find a parking spot, and you have to pay for parking. But at Mary S. Young State Park, which was in West Lynn, you basically just drove right in. There's plenty of parking, no fees. It is super easy and such a fun place that you could totally spend the whole day there on the beach enjoying the water. Another thing that we did during this day after we went to the river was we went to the Clackamas Town Center Mall, and we got to see one of the last remaining original Disney stores from the 90s when they were first starting to open up. These stores are really cool because they have a ton of old vintage characters, figures all over the ceiling and in the glass case when you enter the store. Super adorable little scenes of all the different Disney characters. This one specifically really focused on the 90s TV shows like Tailspin, DuckTales, and Rescue Rangers, as well as there was a little ghost character that I didn't even really recognize, but I did some research and I think it might have been from, what was it called? The Lonesome Ghost. I think it was the Lonesome Ghost. I could be wrong about that though, but there's some really cute characters in there. So stick around to see that footage of one of the few remaining original Disney stores.
The sky looks nice.
It sure does. It's gorgeous. Goodness, it looks like it's getting like crazy. My parents' dog having a great time with this box they gave him. Oh gosh, here he comes. Wow, this is pretty impressive. He's destroying this thing within minutes of having received it. It's like watching a bear tear up its... And it's in shreds. He's such a cutie. You all tired out now? Tired, Poochie? Yeah, tired, Poochie. Workable. And he's eating the pear after carrying it around for about 15 minutes. What do you think you're doing? Eating wild pears like a crazy wild doggo.